Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and today we're in Bayard. It's in the sale on in the shop. One of the more underrated ships in the game, I think, or overlooked maybe. I wouldn't say underrated, just overlooked. And I have going to showcase a different type of match for you guys today, and for a couple reasons. Like the Udachi game, I don't play perfectly at all. All right, be very clear. I make mistakes, but I try to minimize them the best I can. So, I'm going to show a match where I think I could have played a lot better and had a better outcome. Again, like that Udachi game. I don't mind ripping on myself. I do it. Sometimes I watch replays back. It was like, oh gosh, Dave, you really missed out. Here, perfect example. I could have used that speed to get to that island cover to my left and put myself in a very, very good position. But instead, I'm going to kite. And kiting, listen, sometimes it's appropriate when needed. Here, not appropriate. And I could have made this a much better outcome for what we're going to have. And also, I just don't dodge torpedoes. What are you doing, Dave? Like, I just, sometimes I'm just not on my A game. Also, this is one of the oldest matches I have saved, actually, believe it or not. And another reason I wanted to showcase it, just showing how much more I've evolved as a player even over the last, I don't know, I think this was a year ago. I could be wrong. I can't remember. You'll have to check the date at the end. But definitely was one of my earlier times getting in Bayard. This is when I started to realize I need to play more aggressive, and it's because of this outcome here. Now, here, we could have been much closer to these guys, and with, like, that Colorado, if we were up by that island, we could have been loading AP into this side and absolutely just chunking that Colorado instead of kiting at distance and trying to get fires, right? My thought process was all these battleships and the carrier in the match. I didn't want to push up, and you guys are going to see kind of a mistake on my part in this match here. And I'm going to make a couple adjustments through, but I'm going to make mistakes. There's a reason I say daily dumb Dave moments pretty much in every video, because I do make mistakes all the time, and I don't think I'm the best player in the world. Am I pretty good? Yeah. Just like throwing these torpedoes. Why would I shouldn't throw them torpedoes out there. Should have put them closer to the island, because you know Bismarck's going to try to turn in. Or I'm guessing that's what I would do nowadays, is I would put them torpedoes more towards the island, because you got to think Bismarck is going to go for island cover. He's a good player. Also, again, kiting, like, I know some people really like to kite a lot, but really, you're only going to get dumb players to chase you. And them are not the players you want to be getting rid of on the map anyway. And, you know, if I was in a better position right now, this Bismarck did the I'm going to charge in and die routine, which all German battleships kind of, I call it German battleship syndrome, right? And look, now that this flank is we won this flank because some guys weren't very good. Sure, I got a little bit of damage, but I'm way out of the map now, right? And I could have been helping. I could have grabbed the cap already, or been in there grabbing the cap behind that island and also getting cover and shooting this Colorado. And I would have definitely played this much differently in retrospect, or playing it now, right? In Bayard, you guys see, I have a bunch of Bayard videos on the channel. And you guys know I don't play it far back, right? This is the farthest back you've ever seen me play it. And it's for a reason, because I don't necessarily think this is the best way to play it. Sure, am I helping get rid of battleships? These battleships, I mean, they're not even shooting me. These guys weren't very good anyway, right? I'm not ripping on them. They might be new players, but in reality, they probably could have took 2 shells at me and just murdered me. when I could have been, like I said, undetected. I would have had all my health here, and I could have been closer to the island and closer to the middle of this map for what's about to happen next. Now, to be fair, our Asashio, if you haven't been paying attention, is actually doing some decent work here now. He grabbed the middle cap, and he is actually taken out, I think, a battleship already, and now he's actually getting rid of the carrier, which, thank God, because apparently I don't know how to dodge torpedoes at all. And then here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to try to kite, when in reality, you're going to see I'm going to be way more effective up close here in a minute. Suzuya also way back to the map there as well. And again, I'm going to change what I do a little bit here, and you're going to see the outcome that I have versus what Suzuya does is going to be a little bit better. I'm going to actually just move forward and get behind island cover, because I know I'm getting spotted now by the cap, right? There's actually a destroyer there, which I didn't know at the time, but I knew there was a cruiser from our carrier spotting it, right? So, D7's here. D7's pushed up. To be fair to this D7, it's nice to see a D7 out in front actually helping his team a little bit, which I don't know where he ends up, but I'm assuming since he stays alive in the middle here a little bit, he's actually going to be decent because he plays this pretty well. And I honestly should have went for Harlem here on that broadside. In this moment, I was more worried about Atlantico and its secondaries, but Atlantico gets honorary German battles syndrome, ship syndrome too. Like, I gotta get my secondaries off. Even though Atlantico's guns are actually pretty decent for a secondary ship. I think they're among the best for a secondary ship, to be quite honest. So I'm gonna focus, and you can see how many shells I'm actually shattering here on Atlantico. So I'm really not doing that well. In fact, there's probably an argument to be made in some of these scenarios I should have been using AP. As you'll see in the other Bayard videos, I definitely learned from that, right? Like, you guys see me in Bayard, I Citadel quite a bit with it. And anytime you have Sarika as a commander, when you're using a reload, if you can use it when you have AP loaded, or when you have a chance to use AP, it is devastating. Right here, I could have been using AP and chunking. I should have just chunked Harlem here. Sure, I get a fire and I get some damage on him, but probably in retrospect should have went the route of getting AP into that broadside. Like, AP in light cruisers is really underutilized a lot by a lot of players, and we're in a very close match here now. And you can see our Asashio taking out that carrier. It's kind of helping us out here a little bit, because I don't have to worry so much about getting wrecked by a carrier, because Bayard will get wrecked by a carrier if you're not careful. But we're going to go ahead and start to push up here a little bit. Now, you're gonna see it with only cruisers here. I'm a lot less scared, right? I can angle. I'm not gonna get dev struck instantly. And yeah, that D7 is still alive and actually pretty healthy. And he's had, there was a couple battleships there available to shoot at him here. Suzuya at the back of the map, more towards the back of the group, gets taken out by Zeton. And then we are actually going to push up. Like I said, our Asashio actually did pretty well for the most part, I think, because he was spotting these guys for a long time in the middle. And I'm spotted now, meaning the destroyer's either here or Harlem. Both of them, either way, they can easily outspot me by a mile. Our cruiser that went charging in over there, we're going to try to take a shot here on Jervis, but there's not a whole lot we're going to be able to do. You can't just sit in your smoke like that, not expect to eat torpedoes. Here, this is, again, we're going to actually, I should have saved my reload booster here, and we're actually going to chunk Harlem pretty good here. But you're going to notice he shoots HE at me here, right? So I'm thinking, okay, I'm good to be kind of dumb here. I'm going to out DPM Harlem every day of the week, right? Especially with a reload booster as we get our high caliber. I do my daily dumb moment and run into an island. But no, just wait. We're not done yet. We're going to go ahead and work on D7. Should have AP loaded here for Harlem. That would have went pretty well. And you're going to see I realized that for this next little bit. And we do have our sonar pop for torpedoes because we don't want the same outcome as Wukong. And we do get a fire on a D7. And you can see here, I switch here to load AP. And I'm going to make a mistake. I'm just assuming this guy is shooting Ichi, right? I didn't know he was doing decent. And we're going to load AP, but I shot too low. I was going for Citadels, right? And then I switch over to HE right away, even though you can see I got a decent little chunk there. And I should have left AP there because Harlem would not have been alive. And I go a little bit too broadside, making a mistake there. Didn't realize he was going to load AP on me. And Harlem, kudos to Harlem. He played a really good game. He wasn't just hiding the whole time again. As we do get a helping hand off for our carrier. And our carrier and destroyer do a good job finishing it up. But you can see not a perfect game by me. A lot of things we could do different. And stuff that you see that I do play a more aggressive in cruisers now and don't make as many as them same mistakes. And kudos to Harlem and a D7. And actually, this match was almost exactly a year ago. So you can see my playstyle is definitely changing cruisers for the better. And Asashio and D7 and Harlem also had good games. So credit to them guys. High caliber Confederate. Helping our team win. Not as well as we could have. But still, getting the job done. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you folks next time.